Oh, uh, what type of relationship would I have with a newcomer?
Oh, that's a good question. Seems like
I would like to be their friend. I would like to feel trusted by them.
I haven't even tried to imagine what they might look like or what where on the spectrum of LGBTQ they might be.
I don't know whether this is going to be someone who's an introvert or an extrovert or wants to be friends with us.
Like, they could hate all of us in the group, be like, thanks for helping me out. Personally, don't like any of you, and that's totally fine, because they're a human being.
I mean, it's a hell of an opportunity. Like, what an interesting thing to do. So it was kind of a no-brainer for me.
I'm just reading somebody's email asking for help, of course. When they ask for help, they usually describe some of their experience. So she's had her phone searched and she's been it's a he, have been threatened with anal tests and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Other members of the LGBT community in other parts of the world are experiencing persecution, and in some countries there's still the death penalty and imprisonment. Canada is the only country in the world that has legislation for a refugee program that specifically reaches out to LGBT people globally. So, however many of these things you have in your hand, you're going to tell one thing about yourself. When you've done that, you can eat it. So I spent many years as a Roman Catholic nun, and my last place of work was in Chile in South America during the dictatorship of Pinochet. And so my partner and I came back to Canada, having experienced ourselves a little bit of what it's like to be in the closet in a country where it's illegal to be who we are. The next courageous soul.
I went to a private Roman Catholic school when I lived in Boston, and you have extreme nun energy. So.
I haven't been one of them for over 30 years.
Never lose it.
I'll talk to you later. The first group meeting is quite important because each group is new, each group is different, and it's interesting to see different people's perspectives and who's quiet and who's not quiet. And so this is a private sponsorship group, and what you're doing is you're taking on a commitment from now to the day the person arrives, and from the day the person arrives for 12 months. Would you like to say a few more words?
Oh, wow. Well, I arrived here as a refugee myself 3 years ago, so it's a lived experience for me. And it always feels like you left someone behind. It's not easy to form one circle to support one case. So thank you for this, really.
One of the things that I want to add is that the people that we provide the support to, that's what we do. We provide them support. One of the things that we're not doing is we're not rescuing, we're not saving, we're walking in solidarity with them.
I joined Rainbow Refugee 2 weeks after Donald Trump was elected. And I really just felt like I had to get out of the basement and away from the computer and do something real. And this is certainly real. So I've been working with them ever since. And yeah, it's just such interesting and emotional and a rewarding thing. So yeah, happy to be here.
First impressions of my circle members is great. All of us were brought in from totally different areas with totally different backgrounds, and very few of us were connected to one another before this. And so I think what we have here is the circle of people who are so different that I find it really fascinating.
My day job is as an immigration and refugee lawyer. My specialty is really in the refugee world.
And so this week I'm representing a new family from Central America, and the family is of 10 people, and they all showed up in this little office. Then they all spoke Spanish, and I've taken Spanish for 9 months. It was atrocious. I went in very confident, and about a sentence later I was like, and then did Google Translate. Okay, speaking. My bachelor profile would be like sexy job, no money. That would be my bachelor profile. Like the good person who just wasn't good enough. And less than the bachelor or the bachelorette is Emily, who is like, oh, that's fantastic. It's like the more queer and weird you are, the more I like it. Then it works. Emily's sister-in-law and I went to law school together. And so that's how we first met. Never been the same since. And I ask Emily to marry me every day.
Yep.
She says she doesn't want to get married.
Yeah. But if I did want to get married, you would be the person.
I'll keep asking me.
Okay.
Emily and I, at this point, have been together about 2.5 years. She's my best friend, and she's the joy in my life. She makes me laugh, and I always cry because I love her so much, and yeah, she's amazing.
Problem is with me, so I made sure I do simple tonight. I cook very complicated things. So when I'm in school, I don't cook so much. When I'm out, I'll cook all day.
Yeah.
I love to cook. I'm in school. I'm in second year medicine, and I'm going back to school on Monday. I don't think the group knows that much about me. And likewise, I mean, I don't know if any of us really know much about anybody. So I'm interested to see what that looks like moving forward. You know, you hear one story of what millions of queer people across the world go through. And as a queer person, I think that I have a responsibility to do whatever I can.
Well, I'm Michael. I'm your mentor, for better or worse. That does not mean I know everything, but I know who to ask when I don't know something. So basically what we want to get through today is when you start to fundraise. Well, just some round numbers here. You're going to need about $20,000 for an individual. One of the challenges that we've had with the blended visa office, which is what you guys are doing, they're great because they're fast and they're vulnerable people, but the fundraising has to happen very, very quickly. Because once you match, it's like
Within a
1
month
to
or
2
two,
months.
yeah.
1 to 2 months that they're going to be here, and that's quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting mix of people. On the one hand, you've got Kay, who's got a lot of experience, specializes in LGBTQ asylum claims. They are well aware of the stories and the issues. Most of the rest of the circle is fairly new to this. I think a lot of people come into it thinking it's going to be like some sort of big party and they're going to do some fundraising, they'll greet the person at the airport and that'll be it. And they don't realize these people are escaping really horrific scenes, and you don't just flip a switch because you've arrived in North America. But as the conversation starts, it usually gets pretty real. You really start to think about what you're offering to one and leaving the others too. So it'll be interesting to see how they deal with it.
It is a cool inaugural stepping stone to be starting the circle during Pride. And hopefully when we go 1 year full circle, the newcomer will be able to celebrate Pride for the first time. And I think that forming a relationship with the newcomer would be really exciting. I've tried to pick up my fundraising game, and so far the only real actual money that's come in is from my family, which was kind of frustrating, but I hope that as a group we're successful. Yeah, because after hashing out the details of like housing, expenses, finding work for them, it's like, yeah, we're helping support like a person coming here and we can't fail.
Soy bonita, cosita rica. Vámonos pa' la puntica. Soy bonita, cosita rica. Vámonos pa' la puntica.
In high school, I would never have pictured that I would be a drag queen doing stand-up comedy in my 30s. That I inspire people. Usually inspire them to avoid eye contact. Tell their kids to stop staring. But that's power.
These are good.
They're gonna go towards that first shift. So give yourselves a round of applause for supporting this.
The government of Canada basically filtered the LGBT cases and sent them to me. From the list I have, the circle will choose the newcomer. It's a very hard decision, and maybe it's one of the hardest that they will do, that they feel like, they are choosing one and they are leaving the other. We should keep in mind that from people requesting help, from every 100 person, only one person, unfortunately, is being helped. Canada is doing good work comparing to other countries, but still there's a lot of things to do.
Okay, so I got the email with the 3 profiles.
Yeah, so basically we're expecting to match one of the profiles today with the meeting.
All 3 of these profiles are Ugandan. Looks like some are in Kakuma and some are in Nairobi.
Yeah.
So the first one, 26-year-old male, English, Next one's 31, one-year college in journalism, speaks English fluently. Possible.
I mean, depends on the third profile as well.
22-year-old, diploma in art, fashion, and design. Speaks English fluently.
But he's 22. Is the circle strong enough to support the 22 years old? Like, seriously, those questions we need to ask them, right? It's for them to decide if they're strong enough to support the 22 years old.
Kenya has a lot of refugees from all over Central Africa. The one that I know about is Kakuma Camp in northern Kenya, and it has 180,000 people in there, and many of them have been there for years and years and years. So when a lot of LGBTQ started arriving from Uganda and various other countries, it did not go well. There was a vicious attack on several of the LGBTQ refugees with machetes and beatings.
You refuse to pick our cause, UN! UN!
Say something.
I got nothing to say. UN, Kenya, please!
We've been telling you for days and days, evacuate us from Kakuma. You don't hear. You want us to die. We are dying right now.
And those pictures were all sent to us. You know, and they're desperate, and they, as soon as they have contact with somebody, they keep sending you stuff. And, you know, the hard part is that we can only help a couple of them, you know. So, yeah. And I was thinking about this the other day. The two people that sent all of these photos, and I don't know what happened to them. You know, this is all very abstract. We're gonna help some refugee, and all of a sudden you see this and you're just like, holy crap. Yeah.
We know that no matter what, each of them is fleeing persecution, risk or experience of torture, and needs to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
As Anthony said so eloquently.
Yeah.
So with those three profiles, maybe the question is who's best suited for our circle?
I feel like Vancouver is a great match for someone in arts and fashion who has a certification, or in the case of the youngest applicant, I think it was a degree.
Diploma in art, fashion, and design.
Mm-hmm.
I need one more minute.
I really don't have thoughts on this. I really don't have a pull anyway. I don't want to make a decision, if that's okay.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would probably say a very similar.
Yeah.
All of the practical stuff, I would have no concerns about. It's just the sociology of coming to a new city. And unfortunately, I think that's a younger person's game.
Yeah. I say we dare push for a vote.
Look, I'm voting for the youngest one.
Second vote for the youngest one.
My vote.
I'm very comfortable with that. It's fine.
I'm comfortable with it too. So, do we have a consensus? Is that everyone can live with? Are we ready? Okay.
Wow.
There we go. We've chosen.
I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I don't know. I just don't know how to express this. I think I can shout. I'm so happy. Like, oh my God. I don't know what to say to you. Like, I'm crying. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Thank you for all loving me. Thank you very much.
Hey, it's Emily.
Okay, come on in.
Wish is a drop-in center that serves any woman-identifying person who has or does engage in sex work. They can come and, get a hot shower, get a new pair of clothes, get meals, also get connected to support for housing, for a number of different things, whatever really they need support with. I think Wish is always there to support women who do sex work. Indigenous people and LGBTIQ2S people are grossly overrepresented in this community. So as a white person who's also Algonquin, who's also queer, who's also lived through violence, I think I feel a calling to this community. I worked at Wish for a very specific reason, and I don't think that reason, that impetus is what took me into medicine. So the overall goal is to return to this community with a different lens, with different power.
So Drake arrives November 13th. So that's under 2 weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets here.
Crazy.
It is crazy, yeah. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. Drake's gonna be living with us for his first 2 weeks until he finds his own place. He can feel freedom here and hopefully family and community here.
I hope.
I feel good about it.
I really don't know. I can't even tell you if he's really excited or not. I can only imagine it's a whole huge mix of emotions that you're feeling. It's got to be devastating at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
He's walking away from people he probably will never see again. Mm-hmm. So as exciting as it is to move to a place where he can be more of himself, it's also devastating. So I have no idea. Maybe we should start messaging him so that he
House rules.
Oh no!
You get one towel in a basket.
God.
For the welcome basket, some of the conversations were condoms, socks, underwear, umbrella, gloves. What was some of the other things?
Anything you need
Staples.
when you get up in the morning and run your day.
Yeah.
Razor, what do you use to shave?
Oh, well, that's going to be a journey. We'll talk to him about that because there are no products in North America for black facial hair, just straight up. Well, not in North America, but in Vancouver. Probably in New York. You could probably go to a black barber shop or something and find something.
Yeah, Vancouver would be hard, eh?
Yeah, it's it's actually impossible.
Okay.
Oh my God, I didn't even think of that.
No.
What about
condoms? I think we should get condoms.
Definitely should.
Why don't you
No, I don't like that.
We should do lube too.
Yeah.
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 and a book, right?
Yeah, graphic novel. Yeah, this is fun. You gotta find the dick. There, I found it.
Oh, it's like a search.
It is. Do we know what kind of graphic books? Like superhero or social issues?
I'm realizing that we don't know much about him, just as a broad kind of observation.
Okay.
I moved to Vancouver from Toronto in order to be gay. And Vancouver was kind of like this opportunity for me to create a new identity, like entirely. And I had a bit of culture shock here, so there's a lot of different sides to the experience of someone that has dark skin in this city, and it's not all bad, actually. It's really complicated. There's just a lot of low-level racism that just becomes like death by 1,000 cuts. I imagine that the reality will start to set in that like a real person's gonna be here in a matter of days, because It's just this like concept of a person right now. So I think it's slowly starting to shift. I'm starting to feel like something real is happening.
Okay, what do we want the signs to say? Tell me. Okay. Okay.
So we agreed that Anthony's suggestion, welcome bitch, is a bit too extreme right now. It's a little too extra.
I don't think so, but I'm not sure my view is the most popular view.
Okay.
You come off a plane, you flee in persecution. What do you want to read?
You need these 8 Dumbos.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you might think to yourself, like, oh shit, do I actually have to deal with these people for a year?
Sure. And what sign makes that a little easier?
For them.
Mm-hmm. Like, what about, like, hello? You know?
Hey.
Hi, Marlon.
Hey guys.
Hey.
I would love to get something to drink. It doesn't have to be booze.
There's
Could
beer in
just
the fridge.
totally be
There's
water.
beer in the fridge. There's gin row in the fridge.
Is there just water though?
There is just water. Here, I'll get it for you.
Here, let's just give you the tools.
No,
And
that's
then-
not gonna help. I need like
A clean slate,
Yeah,
okay.
My friend just had top surgery.
Mine's coming up. Are they
Because-
happy?
Like,
Yeah.
so elated, which is.
I can't wait. Like, I hate
Yeah.
wearing a binder. And
They were
it's-
really nervous because it was like late in life, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, do I do it? Do I not?" And
Yeah.
then we're all like, "Well, if it's gonna make you happy,
Totally.
absolutely. There's no time like now."
No, honestly.
Now, what are we gonna say on the sign? Because I'm just dumb.
Well, I suggested "Hey, bitch," but apparently it was too much for some people.
I resonate with that. That makes sense.
I second that.
I'm doing it. You know
Yeah,
what?
go
Screw
for
you,
it.
Marlon. I'm doing it.
So you
it's
didn't
gonna be
talk to
intense
him,
for you too. Hey?
Do you think?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I
think
can't
so.
tell.
I think it is.
Only, I mean, like not bad intentions. It's gonna be a pretty big shift having someone live with you.
I thought about it today.
But it
It's
might
like-
only
And
be
he's
2
gonna need
weeks,
so
right?
much. He's gonna need so much. Like, I think it's important that people come over this weekend. That's just
You're the only one who calls your mom. Oh shit! It arrived.
Oh my God, that's him.
She's like, hi, Drake. Sandy. It's a Sandy. It's a Sandy. I'm sorry, no more phone calls or texts today.
Hey, you wanna get a picture of her? Sit.
Yeah, sit, baby.
She's sitting. It's as good as you're gonna get.
Sit.
Yeah. Okay, wait. We'll keep her frozen.
This is the podcast that I used to do with some organization online.
Nairobi. It's called the Nations Network. This was my one of my best videos, I guess. One of, but not the best, yeah. Churches. Because you've already said that the churches where we have to go to seek refuge in such scenarios. But why is it like mostly the churches are the ones who like they condemn. We were talking about how the church has been one of the biggest percentage of like promoting stigma in both LGBTI and in both HIV affected people. Because you know what the church says is what the people follow, especially in Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah. You shouldn't feel like the church sends you. If the church sends you away, you can create your own church in your own heart. Nairobi, I won't say it was fun, though sometimes I miss it. Because I had built a life there. I learned their language in 2 years. It was tough. But we survived. Every day was a surviving day. I remember even the things I did, some I'm not happy about, but you do what you do when you're in Nairobi to survive.
To be frank, we have had a wonderful time with Drake. He's got such a funny personality. He really is a performer through and through. Like, the world is his stage. He's an amazing cook. He's cooked twice for Emily and I, and it was amazing. Hey, what are you making?
I'm making chapati.
Holy shit. You know, we said that we would house Drake for 2 weeks, and we're happy to do that. And it's a time for him to celebrate, and it makes sense that he would celebrate, and it's important. It's the first time that he can openly celebrate as a gay man and not have to face, you know, persecution against his life. That celebration makes sense. And then it somehow progressed into a little bit of a 48 hours of crisis. Some of the things that Drake is doing is offending certain people in the group. The two primary issues right now have been alcohol and cannabis, which are both legal in Canada. And certainly given that the choices that he's been making since he's been in Canada are in no way bad. They're not illegal, they're nothing. They're the choices that make sense for somebody who's likely been through what he's been through and now is plopped into a home that he doesn't know the people of and has a circle staring at him looking at what he's doing. And that divide affects the group because we have to move forward and we have 11 more months. More than 11 months. We're 1 week in. So we have more than 11 months moving forward. And that was a very immediate understanding and realization that has come, is that the group is divided. And the way in which we respond to Drake's needs and the way in which we support him is divided. And at a certain point, we have to figure out whether or not we can get to a common ground or whether or not we have to make some changes in the group in terms of how it moves forward.
I'm not really sure why it escalated in terms of a confrontation, like why so much friction within the group. We're not the first people to do this, right? We're not the first people to sponsor Rainbow Refugees. There's probably been friction in other groups too, but it seemed to have escalated very quickly. Our strategy was to compartmentalize, right? Like you do dental, you do housing. But I don't think we've been cooperating as a group very well.
Drake is a person that we've brought in, help resettle in this country. We haven't brought him into this country. We've helped somebody resettle to start their own life. But there is no way that I am going to tell anybody new to the country, an old friend of mine, any of you in the circle, what you can and can't imbibe in.
I think how do I say this? I think it's actually been more frustrating to deal with the circle than it has to actually engage with Drake, which is embarrassing, to be honest. It's a bunch of well-to-do adults in like one of the richest cities in the world, and we can't get our shit together.
Like, I don't have time for there to have been a party for the first 4 days, and then we have to rush to find him another place to live because it's too much for you. So I feel like
I'm sorry, I don't think that's fair.
Thank you.
These guys
Thank you,
have
Michael.
stood up
Thank you.
and offered a place. Nobody else was able to provide housing.
Not a single
Nobody.
person offered.
Agreed.
They came up with it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair to be judging that now. It's just
And we
not
didn't
fair.
have a 4-day party. It's everything that you have said is
Yeah.
not an accurate reflection of what happened.
honestly, this is not about us, in my opinion. This is about Rainbow Refugee and being given the structure and the, because I got to that point where I was like, I'm directing this at you, and I was like upset, and it wasn't about you. It was about not feeling like there was any guidance.
I don't really think that's a fair comment. I mean, you know, as we have gone through many circles, a number of guidelines have been established. And primarily I'm thinking about the Code of Ethics. There's certainly been problems with other circles. This is a problem a lot of the time because this goes directly to the newcomer's agency. They are an adult. They are a person who's survived a lot of stuff. And it's not our job to tell them, you know, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's just not our role. Our role is to support, to advise, but not to control. And it's in our code of ethics. It's that big of an issue. If you're concerned about some of their actions, you can absolutely raise those concerns, but you cannot tell them that they can't do something that is legal, like drinking or smoking. You know, you can certainly offer to find counseling for addiction services, but that's it. You have to let them find their own way. We're here to guide and to help and to assist and to connect with resources, not to judge, not to say you will do this or we'll hold your money back if you don't do this. And I think that Drake will find his way, but we need to figure out housing, we need to figure out a few other things and figure out how to move on. Like, how do we do this?
I'm getting a room for $600. The first thing I noticed when I came to Vancouver, housing is expensive. This is not all what I wanted. The one I have in my fantasy, in my mind, in my head. But I'm getting there. It will get done. Everything has an end. Even the Old Testament ended, and we got a new one.
Drake, what happened to your tooth?
Can we not talk about it?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I was 14 when I left my father's house. The moment I left my father's house, I grew up. I knew that everything I put in my stomach, it's my responsibility. If I fall sick, the medication, it will be my responsibility. Everything mine. I'm past that age of telling, like, don't smoke, don't drink. Because when I left my father's house to keep warm outside, I used to smoke a cigarette just to keep warm. So I felt like if they wanted me to not use everything they didn't want me to use, they would have got me when I was 14. We have a saying in our local language, whatever grows bent, if you try to straighten it, it just breaks.
The newcomer faces a lot of challenges when they arrive here. He will need mental support to help him through this transition, to let go of the past and to focus on the present and the future. I definitely have full trust in the people remaining, and I personally think that we can't put a price on this, and no matter how many people leave the circle, we can't take this away from anyone. They put their time, they put their effort, they put their money, and they decided they want to do it, and they did. They changed someone's life. If that's not an act of heroism, I don't know what it is. I really call them heroes. They are.
Drake, we're looking for the smallest tree possible.
Like,
you ever heard of Charlie Brown? Have you watched that?
nah. What about this? Is this small?
I'm 5'9", so this is about like
Yeah.
5. But
I don't know if they have that much shorter.
What do you think?
Yeah. Okay.
Good?
Let's take that.
Let's take that. We're gonna dress it up. We're gonna make it look
good,
beautiful. All right. First Christmas.
Christmas is a lot of work. And that's what I was trying to tell you.
I'm cutting them. My God, everybody. Chill your tits.
Stroll
Chill
in
your
at 1
tits.
p.m. It actually takes weeks of preparation. We didn't have, oh my God, what am I doing? Okay, where'd my fork go?
I eat when I'm nervous. Look, now.
Oh.
Wow.
I'll have like a small half. Yeah, that's good. I don't think you can really prepare yourself for an experience like this. You're literally throwing 1, 2, 3, 4, like almost 10 strangers together at the beginning of this and just saying, like, figure it out.
We work together intimately.
Yeah.
Drake, what are you looking for in 2020?
Another glass.
Wine.
No, I think like me being new in the city, like let me say on a new continent, in a new country, a new city, I'm looking forward to first settle myself in. I want to thank you very much. I never expected this love. Yeah, it literally broke me down. And it's been a while since I cried happy tears. I'm so glad for you guys loving me. I know it's been a month now since I came into your life, but I'm happy that I'm in your life.
Happy Christmas.
Yeah, because this is going to come like this, because this has to be like looking like a corset. Yeah. No.
So you said you finished high school in Uganda. Do you have a certificate, like a piece of paper from
I didn't
high
carry it
school?
because it was so emergency to leave where I was staying.
Okay. I can see that your spoken English is great. How are you with writing?
Yeah, written English is good, but some spelling words, but
Okay.
but that one it's not bad. Like my written English is very nice because
okay. And anything else, as far as maybe, what about like a physical disability or a mental disability or any like medical things?
I don't have any medical issue, but for the mental health issue,
Yeah.
yeah, I do not mad, but like, sometimes depression kicks in. Yeah.
Okay. Can we add that to the list? Are you okay with that? Yeah.
And we understand. We're here to support young people with their job search. So it's good to have those conversations too. So I'm just saying, don't be shy to let us know. This is a common discussion that we have with many of the students. Yeah. So the next question is, what is your plan for the next year or so?
My plan for the next year? I'm planning, like, by the end of this year, I'm planning to be having a very nice a job.
Okay. So you'd like to be, working?
Working in fashion or film.
So we have some folks that want to jump from the bottom all the way to the top.
It doesn't happen that way. It's not an elevator. Life is not an elevator. To take stairs, you need to.
So we usually take like a day or two to think about it on our side, and we'll send you an email.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Take your time.
Awesome.
Hey Google, can you play me Boom Party by Cindy Simon? This bitch takes long to load.
I know.
It takes her time.
You know?
We know Gogo. That's a problem for Gogo. Yep.
Yeah, let's begin.
Zilliton's Pandits.
Open up like a basketball.
You and I on the dancing floor. Never ever gonna make a call. Time I go over. Whoa. See, I'ma call you daddy. I call you boy. Come see me talking. I know you like it. I'ma call you daddy. I call you boy.
Hey,
sorry, man. Hey, because you have a big ass, so you know when you shake your big ass, you turn up the double
Issa is my housemate. This is Ryan. Ryan here is my best friend. He stays in Dunbar, but he's always visiting, obviously.
How long have I known you, bitch?
For the longest time I know.
How long?
We don't need to mention.
Honey, it's actually 19 years, baby. I need to speak about it.
Drake is a nice guy, serious. Yeah, he's a friend to me. I think now it's a long time from Nairobi. So I love Drake. So I don't know how you feel it. I don't know how you're.
No, I'm having fun. Like literally, I'm having fun. Yeah, it's cold.
Are you okay
but
in Canada?
Yeah, it's cold, but I'm still having fun.
Do you enjoy the food in Canada, everything, the culture? Why don't you love it?
Cause I'm changing food. Yeah.
What about culture?
I love the culture.
Culture is nice.
It's very amazing.
What about?
Well, let me tell you one thing. If you have everything but you don't have freedom, you'll never enjoy.
Thank you. God bless you.
So I'm in Canada, have the freedom, the rest will come later.
David did live modeling for art students.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did a few sessions. I think I did like 4 or 5 sessions for a while. It paid well. It's like $25 an hour. You could make 30 if you went fully naked, but it wasn't enough for me. And hey, it paid the rent.
Just getting all sandy.
Drake seemed quite ambitious to, like, as soon as he got here, to start being able to do what he liked to do in Nairobi, like sketching and starting sewing again. When I talk to him, he's like someone who knows what he wants. I think he's actually much more motivated than I am. I'm one of those people that only produces when they're put under pressure. Yeah. And I'll complain and bitch about it the entire time, but something will come out. Finding a job he likes might be the biggest challenge, which is definitely where I'm at. At first, there was like a lot of options. I applied to over 30 jobs at the time. I got 3 replies, 2 interviews, and the one I eventually got. About 8 weeks after my employment, they fired me. And I wasn't able to save money because who can save money on $2,000 a month? We live in an economic system that just does not favor young people and doesn't, like, my wages just can't seem to keep up with the rent or the living expenses. So I don't want Drake to set his expectations too high where he thinks off the bat, he's in Canada now, he's in Vancouver, he can start designing and start making money off of that.
Oh.
It is. How's it going?
Okay. Let me hope you're okay with that cigarette.
No. Have you been? How is Brenda?
You know, everything's Gucci.
That's nice.
Making money, spending more money than I make. And that's
I know. It happens, honey. Yeah.
I always thought Lola could be a therapy dog, but
she absolutely could not be a therapy dog.
Look how good she is.
Okay, you ready? It's coming.
It's okay. I feel better. Okay. Oh, God.
Whoa! Shit, you're bleeding big. Oh shit, it's dark red again.
Stop it!
Like that last.
Get that! Stop it! I feel faint.
It's so dark.
Faint. I feel faint. Oh.
It's so dark, babe.
You good? Yeah, I feel
We're done.
alive. Oh yes! See? Oh. Lola is as if she got some testosterone too. Sit. The dose of testosterone I'm on is just so low that it's really plateaued right between the female and male hormone levels. So perfectly they, them. I got my surgeon appointed in January of 2019. And hopefully by March at the latest, I will have had my top surgery, which will be badass. And the first thing I'm gonna do is mow the lawn topless with a beer in my pocket. The next year for me is really all about coming into my body, figuring out what I want to be, I guess, what I want the capsule of my soul to look like. Okay. Do you have keys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you working tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow I'm working. Sunday I'm going to the swim and I have a Harry Potter festival after that.
Oh, Harry
Yeah.
Potter.
What are you doing tomorrow?
I'll be sketching.
Okay. Let's do this. Drakey Drake.
Yep.
How you feeling?
I won't lie to you that I like anything hospital.
Yeah,
like
okay.
anything dealing with hospital.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't my thing. But I have to do it, so.
Okay, let us pull up in front of all of this. There she is. There's the baby. Okay.
It's funny. That song is too much in your head now.
I know. Text me after. Let me know how it goes, okay?
When I lost my tooth, I lost my confidence. I think I'll own my smile again. I'll own my face again. I'm planning a photo shoot. I would spend anything in it. I'm so excited.
So beautiful.
No, I like this. This is amazing. This is so chandelier.
Wow. I met Drake in Nairobi. In this whole lot of process of moving here, we became friends. I used to do photography, documentaries, and I used to work with Drake. That evening, we left Nairobi. It was like a miracle. The moment we got on the flight, Drake was just the happiest human being I have ever seen in my life. How you feeling, guys?
Take me a picture, Conrad. Take a fabulous one, honey.
There you go. I want you to breathe in, relax, take a deep breath, breathe out and smile, okay?
Taking pictures makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I like. It helps me to calm down, and I'm like overwhelmed, and it brings me excitement. Yeah. So we always do it. Like much of the time, Conrad is the one who takes the pictures. So
he made me his official photograph.
Let me just show you.
I have always told Drake, we've come a long way, all those years out there suffering, and now we're here, you know? We got freedom, you know, we're living our lives. We're still alive, we didn't die, we skipped all that shit, right?
And now we're here. We're in Vancouver.
Getting your photos done. So whatever.
Exactly. Painting ourselves with beauty.
How's it going, Drake?
Good.
Are you ready for the shoot? Nice shoes.
Yeah, that's nice. Great. Yeah. Yeah, good. Serious. Fierce. Yeah. That's great. Oh, look at you.
Look at that.
Nice. Great.
Oh,
Yeah.
spicy.
Work it. Yes. Good. That's great.
When you're posing, you have to feel the vibe of the pose, you know? It's always like faking, but you have to bring it up. Like, you have to feel it, because you can't have bad moods and then go for a shoot. It won't. Yeah. You have to portray, bitch.
Nice. Fun.
Hey, Drake. It was nice to meet you last week. We would like to offer you a seat in our March 9th CARE employment program. Please let us know if you would like to accept or decline the seat. Kind regards. Yeah, felt good. I always like win-win stuff. So hard to feel good. Yeah. Winter is going away. Bye, bitches. And then let's wait for summer. If coronavirus goes away, we enjoy.
So we just went shopping. They did not have toilet paper. They said it was gone by 5 a.m. Got some seafood. What do you say, babe? What are you doing, Renee?
I'm too stressed.
Quarantine.
So my day is kind of boring. Because, you know, we're in quarantine. Nothing is interesting in quarantine. Everything is stuck. It's kind of like making me get afraid, and I'm so afraid of not making it, because I just came recently. I hope this pandemic ends, and it ends completely.
Okay. Day 38, 39 of quarantine. I'm not sure. Alright, so it looks like you purchased, the 3-month supply. So I've been working from home for 5 weeks now. I got hired as basically a phone operator. I do what I have to do to pay the bills. I'm going to be doing this for the next few months until we move to Toronto to start my PhD, and hopefully it can all be put behind me. Also, I guess one of the weirdest thing about this pandemic is just how life is just halted. Can't really do much of anything, so it just feels like life is put on pause.
I really feel for Drake right now. Such a letdown for everything that he was promised or everything that he was expecting. And I think he's also a little lonely. He's a social guy, and you know, there's only so much video chatting and texting can do, but you're lacking that inherent human connection.
What have you been up to, David?
I'm doing good, you know, keeping sane, keeping alive.
Yeah.
How are you? What are you doing today?
I decided to clean my room.
Oh my God, Papa, you in shorts.
Even throughout quarantine, we've tried to maintain a very similar schedule with Drake. So we'll do online virtual video meetings, hangouts, usually every Saturday. When we talk to him, he seems like he's a little frustrated. He was in this interesting place where he was about to finish an employment program, and then COVID-19 happened and the quarantine happened, and suddenly all of that's kind of off the table. Even when we get out of this, what the job market will be like is really unpredictable, and everyone's a little uncertain right now. So I imagine that for Drake, short term, it's a little weird, but the long-term concern for him maybe is, what does it look like when we get out of this? What kind of job will I be able to get at the end of this? What happens when the support ends? I don't know if he's thinking that deeply into it, but I imagine that at some layer for him is a concern of the, what do I do next?
Growing up in Uganda, oh my God, was good. Oh, until my sexuality. But who grows up from home and never wants to go back home? Because I'm Ugandan, nothing will ever change that. I'm so Ugandan, and everything that flows in my body is so Ugandan. I love Uganda. From those circumstances happen, but Uganda will always be my country. That's the pain I feel for leaving my country. But I don't regret. Shit happens. Things fall apart.
Okay. Got your wallet?
You ready?
Good. Yeah.
Oh, totally. Awesome. I just got a call from my doctor's office that I have my consult now, so next week. Stop it. It's still gonna be a wait. They said on average it's 4 to 6 months, but it can be faster, but it might be a little delayed now. But she said you never know, so she can't say.
Wait, what's in 4 to 6 months?
The surgery.
The actual surgery?
The actual surgery.
Moment. I love you, babe.
Lola.
Oh my God, it's very amazing. It's very looking so sexy. Look at it. God, take me a picture.
No.
Take me a picture. Unama no iteza na kwetera police na janga. I've seen some black negro on my car. You will experience. I watched it in a movie. By the way, I haven't told my sponsors that I've faced racism recently. It hurt me And then I had nothing to say. Because I'm in Canada, please. Like, and then I'm in Canada, I'm in a new city whereby I have no say. Whom will I
Oh,
complain
which
to?
say? You have a say. You have all the rights, same rights like them.
Because it's what I'm...
It's you. You're the one who will be more hard.
Akoragane nacho. Echo nichimenyi hecho.
So it's the night before my surgery. Hey everybody, I'm in the surgery waiting room. Pretty nervous, but feeling good about this outfit, so that's a plus. And that's it, folks. Let it happen. Let's do it.
Tell him, babe, you're done.
Hi, everybody. I've just finished my top surgery. The first thing I asked the nurse was, "Am I flat?" And she was like, "Yes, you are." But they give me like a vial of fentanyl though.
Yeah.
She was like, "Here's the fentanyl." I was like, "No, I don't feel any pain." She's like, "You won't."
I love you, babe.
I love you so much.
I love you so much.
I love you so much.
You too.
You know how much I love you? You do?
Yeah. I love you that much too, babe.
You do?
I do.
Let's go watch some movies.
Let's go watch some movies. Okay, we're calling Kay's mom next. See ya.
I think we're all feeling pressure from Canadians to get this right. And we understand that being cautious and gradual and vigilant is essential for how we move forward on the gradual reopening.
COVID happened, world shut down, and now the world is slowly coming out of lockdown only to go right back in. But I think I'm 10 pounds heavier. How I'm 10 pounds heavier and I had 10 pounds chopped off me is shocking, but that's COVID. I grew up in a religious school, and I used to go to these dances at the Hayden Shore Pavilion. You know, young boys and young girls. And I looked very similar to what I look like now. And I didn't quite understand the concept of gender yet, so I would always use the girls' washroom at that time. And I recall one dance, I went into the washroom and a security guard came in and dragged me out in front of like 200 kids and made me call my mother to pick me up because I was being kicked out of the dance because they said a boy had gone to the girls' washroom. It was mortifying. I was like so embarrassed, but I was still young. I was like, what is happening? So the journey has been long. As soon as I got my binder off after surgery, I was topless. I feel just free. I literally feel free. For me, freedom means the ability to figure out who you are, what you want to be, and how you want the world to perceive you. Freedom and the quest for freedom can really only be attained when you surround yourself with people and places where you feel safe.
Hey, babe.
Hey, baby.
Gonna
How's it
help me
going?
with some skewers?
Yeah. I'm not sure if you know, but David and Brenda are the other two active Circle members, and they're moving to Toronto on Tuesday.
Wow.
So it's not, my mother says it's not a circle, it's a line. That's how she phrases it.
2 points.
Part of me is frustrated and thinks, oh, that's so terrible. And then the other side of me is like, we've been doing this now for however many months when it's really just been us, Brenda and David, in terms of who the circle was, who've been active.
Where do you think Drake's at in this whole process? Do you think he's you think he's starting to get positioned well for month 13?
I don't know if it's the pandemic makes kind of the stopping of support seem, I think, a little bit more jarring because the world is much different than it was when we started all of this. Employment opportunities look different, finances look different. So the 12-month situation, I think it's gonna be very different for people who arrived and went through this.
Yeah, no, I think that you guys have given him a grounding here. You've helped him deal with his initial acclimatizing to the city. I think he's well positioned. I think you guys have done yeoman's service through a very, very difficult period. You know, because of the pandemic, because of the stuff these guys have brought with them when they arrived. So, yeah.
I would look stupid if I were that. That
No,
looks good on
it
you.
would look nice. Let me show you.
Oh, yeah.
No, for you, it would look nice.
No, I look like a rabbi. I look like a pin.
You look like an Italian mafia in the 80s.
I'm definitely gonna miss him just as a person. It would be fun to go to Bride with him. Like, that would have been fun this year, right? But everything shut down.
Like, COVID has fucked up very many stuff. I had very many things on my head to do, you know. But anyway, I'm so happy.
I'm
so
sorry
happy
we can't
for it.
hug.
I know, this is COVID, but this is enough, you know.
I'm
I
gonna
feel-
miss you, Drake. Really.
As Sean taught me this, I feel the love.
I really am gonna miss you. But missing isn't gonna be enough to say because we're gonna be able to still talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be cool to be friends in the longer term, and I feel like we are friends. But I think he wants to have his own life outside of the circle. But sometimes I'm wondering if we're, as a circle, not doing a good job.
I was calling to ask if you guys are hiring, because I just saw you noticing that you're hiring. Hi, how are you?
You worked in the salons before?
Yes, I have.
Yeah? Cool.
But not here. The job thing stresses me up, but I just had to swallow it. And I'm like, you know what, Drake? You're a one-man's island, because I've always solved my issues alone. At the end of the day, it has always been Drake. I don't think about that I don't have a job. I think about where am I going to get the job. I gave up everything. I gave up my life, I gave up my family, I gave up my friends, I gave up like everything. And I had no idea what I'm getting myself into. You understand? In my life, I've always been insecure about my sexuality. I've never been insecure about my color. But in Canada, it scares me right now more than I'm scared about my sexuality. And right now, about my sexuality, honey, I'm not scared about that anymore, because I feel like I'm free to express myself how I love. But I'm so scared about my life and my skin and everything, because it has happened to me, and it was so... Couldn't sleep. Couldn't open my window at first. I was so scared to walk this direction. I was so scared to walk different direction. But I think the life we're living in, life has never been fair. So it will eventually pass. Yeah.
When people arrive here, they're so excited. And then, you know, they start to decompress. And then I think you start to think about how much you've given up. Language, culture, family, place, you know. And you gave it all up because of this one piece of who you are. That part worries me, you know. most of them seem to find their place. They seem to come through that. Not all of them.
We're 13 months in, and you just wanted so much for the end of this to be joy. Because everyone wants it, and you know, we can have very real conversations with how that's not appropriate for that to be the end goal, but we're still human, and you're still connected to this person. In the same way I want you to have joy and all of you to have joy, I want him to have joy. And then you didn't get to the joy. You can't help but be sad.
I see a lot of amazing experiences that he's had and he's going to have, and I see him persevering. I see like energy in him.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so I think it's also that, right? It's like learning that we can't expect somebody to come here and within a year, even though objectively it might sound like a long time, it's not. And that's really hard to watch because we all want him to be doing super well. All I see when I look at you, Drake, is a very young, beautiful man who's just trying to do his best.
Sometimes you get fed up of trying.
Totally.
Yeah, sometimes you literally get fed up of trying. You try the first time, you try the second time, you try the third time. You're on like your 15th time, but you're still trying. But the only thing you don't lose is hope.
Do you still feel some excitement or?
The excitement being here left me a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's left. If it's a group, WhatsApp group, this left. But at the end of the day, I'm like, if I survived where I was, I can still survive in a beautiful city like Vancouver. But I've never given up on my dreams. Like, I still know that my future is going to happen. But right now, I just want to be comfortable in my own skin, in what I own and in what I have, in the friends I have, in where I pass, and in the God I trust in. So that's my dream, like to be comfortable with what I have and what I own, you know? Success comes in believing in yourself. So if you don't, no one will. This is the world we need to live in, where we choose whom to love, you understand? We don't have to be questioned or judged or seen in a different way because of the same sex.
And it feels like I'm wandering on. 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 I'm wandering on. Take me home, carry on now. Find the will to go on. You've got a friend and your son, but I'm caught in this line of fire. Where's that boy with the idealistic future? I guess the boy's getting old, he's at a fork in the road. And it feels like I'm wandering on. 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 It feels like wondering, oh,